what's going on, everyone? Back at it again with another action figure review. And this time I have a very weird action figure. But before I begin, I know it's been a while since I've done any videos, to be honest. But as far as the action figure reviews go, I haven't really been finding any interesting action figures that I want to cover, but I did find this at Target. This is Shadow the Hedgehog as Batman, and I figured this would be a fun way to bring back the action figure reviews. And let's talk about something very wacky, and this is very wacky. I mean, this whole concept is wacky that they are taking Sonic characters and making them DC superheroes. So, we have Shadow the Hedgehog as Batman, which really, honestly, I can see that's probably the most accurate one, to be honest, of a Sonic character being a DC character. Because, Shadow the Hedgehog and Batman are kind of alike. They kind of have the same mood going on. So actually, yeah, I can see that. We also have Knuckles as Superman, which, I mean, I guess, then we have Tails as Cyborg. So I'm guessing it goes Shadow the Hedgehog as Batman, obviously Knuckles as Superman, Tails as Cyborg. So I'm guessing Amy is Wonder Woman, and what else? What are Sonic characters? Are like, I don't know. Who would be Green Lantern? Who would be? Well, Sonic is probably Flash, and I just put that together because duh, Sonic goes fast, Flash goes fast. So Sonic's probably Flash, Amy's Wonder Woman, I'm guessing. And obviously I've seen these. These are all, Shadow's Batman, Knuckles is Superman, and Tails is Cyborg. But yeah, I figure this will be a fun action figure review, kind of bringing them back, and gonna talk about the Knuckles Batman. So, no further ado, let me open this baby up and let's take a look at Shadow the Hedgehog as Batman. So, yeah. Here it is. This is very nice. No accessories, which is kind of disappointing. But, this wasn't really a figure like I was anticipating anyway. I just saw it at Target. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get it. But they could have at least given him like a batarang, something to that effect. But no, it's still cool. I mean, he looks cool. He looks how I would expect him to look. So yeah, Shadow the Hedgehog as Batman. So yeah, very cool. The Sonic games, like, I liked them when I was younger. Honestly, I don't think there's been a Sonic game that I didn't like. I liked all the older ones. I liked Sonic Unleashed. I liked, it kind of got some hate, but the Sonic 06 game was good. I haven't played Sonic Forces or any of the, I guess you could say modern Sonic games, but, I've always liked the Sonic games, and, this is kind of a good mix-up to have the Sonic characters be DC characters. But yeah, this was the only one that I found. I didn't see the Knuckles as Superman or anything like that. They just literally had, just the Shadow as Batman. So what would you call him? Would you call him Bat Shat? I don't know. I don't know exactly what you would call him, but yeah, it's Shadow the Hedgehog as Batman. So yeah, very cool figure. Um, you know, arms are kind of wacky here. I mean, look at that. But yeah. But anyway, this is a pretty cool action figure. So yeah, very nice.